What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome to our 1,000 subscriber video. I'm joined by Charmaine and
Arnu.
How's it going, guys?
Oh,
How are you guys?
excellent.
good,
excellent.
very good, very
We've
good.
reached an awesome milestone of 1,000 subscribers, which I know does not sound amazing, but the amount of hard work that went into this.
Yeah. So
The time we took
yeah,
to reach 1,000 was unbelievable.
exactly, it was a very hard thing to do. But thank you very much to all the guys on YouTube for subscribing to our channel. We hope to bring you guys some more excellent content once this lockdown situation in Southern Africa is over. Alright, so we have decided that we are going to answer some of your questions. And if you do hear some children in the background, we're ghost hunters by night and parents by day.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah, so
And sometimes by night.
and sometimes. So we have taken the liberty. We've asked you guys some questions on our Facebook page. So we're just going to be shooting the breeze, answering some of your questions, and hopefully you guys will get a little bit of value out of that, and get to know us a little bit better.
Okay.
All right. So what is the first question? Who is it from?
The first question is from Jodre Chabart. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Sorry.
If we've completely butchered that. Apologies.
What were some of the weirdest comments you have made during a hunt that just seconds afterwards thought, what the hell did I just say? Now, I don't know, it happens all the time because we are a bunch of goofballs. We take what we do very seriously, but at the same time, we're having a lot of fun. So I can confirm that we do swear a lot. A lot. I don't know, Yanni has also said some pretty weird stuff.
Yeah, Yanni's contributed a lot to that category with but he's usually
We normally switch over to our mother tongue. If something, we normally try to keep everything English and for international purposes and all of that. But when the beep hits the fan, then goeie wat was that?
the Afrikaans comes straight out.
What? Okay, next question from Jen.
Okay.
Thank you again for all your amazing posts. And my question, has
Super welcome.
anyone been affected after being in a place? Hell yes. And to that extent, it's normally emotionally, physically, spiritually. I think each and every one of us has had some or other crazy.
Yeah. Okay, which
experience.
place? Which place for you?
For me, it was Irene concentration camp, and I don't know, I just had this weird feeling and sensation overcome me. But yeah, other than that, I don't know, each and every place has left something with us.
What about you, Arne?
For me, definitely. I mean, there's only a few places where I felt not welcome, if I can put it like that, where you felt something followed you, we felt completely drained. I mean, feeling drained is the normal feeling we get, but then you have to remember as well, you're walking the entire night. I mean, sometimes we walk 6 kilometers during an evening, but the one place where I felt the attachments afterwards was Makari House in Cullinan.
Really? Yes.
That was one of the few places where I actually came home and I wasn't feeling myself.
Mm.
But remember last time, some of the investigators also, they took hauntings home. I'm not sure if that's in the same context, but they actually went home and they felt another presence in the house. They actually had to get a cleansing and get things sorted.
We actually have that on a different question where we can explore that.
Okay.
And you?
The council hall in Cullinan.
The old rec hall.
The rec hall in Cullinan.
Yeah, that was where one of the investigators, that was a bad one.
Yeah. And this actually what Wynand is referring to is what happened on a separate occasion.
Yeah.
Where we, I don't know, us and Chantal and them went, so it wasn't even on that one.
Yeah, it was during the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird. Okay, what's the next question?
So it is from Ricardo Rodriguez, and Do you
Rodriguez.
guys do house calls for typical families that experience hauntings? And what percentage of these cases end up just being perfectly explained by creaky floorboards, electrical faults, etc.? We used to do it, but due to our personal time constraint these days, as well as all of our public investigations and tours at the lunatic asylum, we haven't actually had the capacity to do this. So what we normally do is we refer these, but we have done some in the past. And I don't know about you, Arno, but I don't think we've actually ever had a personal, private investigation where it was due to just creaking floorboards or anything. There normally was something there.
There's a couple of them where I actually remembered where we had something that could be naturally explained. And remember, I mean, I'm going to take everyone back now. This is actually how the group got started. We didn't go wham bam in the middle and started with all these haunted, popular places. So we started by trying to explain to normal people out there, trying to help them by doing investigation at their house or private residence and trying to explain it to them, trying to get them proof that they're not crazy, proof that there's something there. And I mean, like you mentioned earlier, Sean, we do a lot of referrals. And that's something I think in the upcoming year, I really want to go back to. I'm trying to assist people, trying to do that now and again. But time constraints with having families and work and everything, it's so crazy. It's not like we can go Friday night after work, quickly go do an investigation and
like
pop
we
back
used
in.
to. Those were the days. Okay, next question is from Andrew. Ons was baie jonk geweest. Andrew Phillips. Do you ever take mementos? And this is especially for you, Arno. Do you ever take mementos from different locations, your own special collection? Or are you scared of attachments? And also, have you ever considered using music to entertain the entities? Now, personally, I do not believe you take anything, not even a little stone from this place, because I believe in a way it may be cursed. And yes, we have used music to entertain the entities, music from that era, and we have had some great responses.
Arno has a very nice collection.
Yeah, I'm guilty. I'm sorry. I normally take a memento, but not like a personal property of someone. Don't even go there. I don't take personal property. I'm not a thief. But I'll normally take like a rock or a something lying around on the floor. A lot of this, if we take, for example, the haunted asylum, there's all these rocks or random stuff lying on the floor. I actually took one. I wish I had a camera to show you, but I've got an entire bookcase full of collections and items. And yes, sometimes some things do happen in our house, but I'm guilty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Also on that, I know this one guy that joined us on the lunatic asylum tour. His wife, him and his wife went to the Kempton Park Hospital, and she actually also took something from there. And afterwards, she got so sick, but extremely sick, like, I don't know, life-threatening, and she was in hospital in ICU for 2 weeks. And they do believe that it was because of that. Okay, so
Don't you think, sorry, I just wanted to come back. Do you think a lot of it is psychological? Where you think...
I don't think so. It is interesting, but I don't think so, because even in America, that haunted Western ghost town, Bodie in California, also same thing, people have been taking, I don't know, small mementos from there, and they have been suffering ill fate as a result of it. So I think it's, at your own discretion if you want to do that, but don't be surprised if something bad happens to you.
Army helmet.
Army helmet.
Army helmet. Army helmet.
That was innocent.
You guys.
That was a haunted army helmet that we bought from an antique shop, and we actually had to throw it away.
I had to dispose of it.
Because
I had to dispose of it.
Weird stuff.
Started happening, and I bought it for a bargain at an antique store. I mean that $50.
Yeah.
It was 50.
$50 worth of
Yeah.
shit
50
on
bucks
shit happening.
I'll
to
never
us.
see again.
Okay, next one from Talita Jordan. Has something ever attached itself to one of you guys, followed you home and caused mayhem? Yes, that is unfortunately one of the
Dangers.
that we faced in the past when doing this. I think we're a bit more careful now.
Yeah.
Anything happened to you?
Yeah, I think most of the time you like drag like residue with you. I think we're pretty well prepared when we go, and we know how to conduct ourselves, not to be not to be affected, but you do carry some residue with you home, and I wouldn't say it's like, I don't know.
It's like stepping on a chappy,
Good example. Good example.
And you take that little pieces with you. But no, there has definitely been some scary stuff. Arno, did anything ever happen to you?
Not in a big way. We all have our, for lack of a better term, rituals that we do. And I think we're a very proud group to say that we're all Christians. So we've got our prayers that we do before investigation, afterwards. I've got my own prayers when I do come home. So I haven't been affected by that specific case. But yeah, there's been one or two times where you come home and you can feel, listen, you're not alone. But now it comes back to experience we talked about, where listen, I need to correct myself. I need to get this thing out of my house. It's not welcome. Or if it's in another case, maybe try to send it onward. Not like we do anything like that, but I think it's a general idea.
I think it's
important to understand the world that you're dealing with. I think people don't realize that when they just wander into places nonchalantly. I think we have experience, and we use that to our advantage, not to put ourselves in danger. I think that's
okay. Moving on
and other people as well.
Yes, other people as well.
To Johan Knock, are there different techniques that work better for certain locations when doing an investigation? Personally, for me, I can't speak for the whole group. Whenever we go to a new location, it's uncharted territory, so you don't know what you're up against. And we've often found that it looks like a calm place, but meanwhile there's actually hectic stuff happening there. So I think we go in there doing what we do across the board.
I want to share something with you guys. If you want to go on an investigation, you need something what I call a shit magnet. It's either Arnu or Yanni. You just follow them around, something will happen.
They are the evidence gatherers.
I wouldn't go as for. Thanks for the shit magnet, though.
The ghost magnet.
Ghost magnet. There we go. It happens. If I can rephrase the question a bit more, if we go back to different techniques, we do have different equipment, if you can call it techniques. We do have certain, sometimes we just go in with the audio recorder, sometimes you go in with the video recorder, sometimes we go in with experimental tech like the Connect, and other times we've got Spirit Box, etc., etc. And normally what we try to do is when we start the investigation, we get a base reading to see what the hell's going on. And I think I'm going to touch on another topic here as well, but everyone thinks they've got this idea of what is a ghost hunt or a paranormal investigation. They think it's like this ghost adventure style, go all the time. And it's not. It's gathering data, reviewing the data. Sometimes we only review it afterwards. With a big investigation,
it takes weeks.
We do teams. With teams, we try to do a live review, and then you'll find out, listen, this happened, or maybe the Connect will work better here, or the audio recorder, or whatever the case. So we do have different techniques, which we try to do every single technique, and whatever works, we just go with it.
Okay, so on to the next question.
Okay, from Julian DX3, how many people have ever seen you being pushed off a chair, heard a scream, call my name, see red eyes? I know at this one private location in Benoni, it was the premises of an office. One of our investigators was pushed off a chair. Arno frequently gets his name called out. And we have seen red eyes at Sprinkle Sanatorium, if that answers your question. So yes. Next one from Tracy van der Merwe. What events truly scared you that were not caught on tape, but you absolutely know happened? Yes, every time. Every time. Every time.
Who wants to go first?
Recall. That was for me, hands down, the worst situation. Just to obviously protect names. I'm not going to mention any names and all of that, but to share the story, and we didn't catch everything on camera. Why it was the worst for me is because it happened to someone else. It happened to one of our investigators underneath. In the record, you guys remember, there's this basement underneath the stage.
No.
Yes, and she was, for lack of a better term, possessed.
Yeah.
Down there, and we actually had to drag her out, and that was the first time for me when the got real. I'm not sure if I can say it, but when it got real was when it happened to someone else. I mean, we pulled her out there. You could see in her eyes. It wasn't there.
Black, and I know it sounds like something out of a horror movie made up. It's not. And I remember it was actually us three girls alone down there in the basement. And what happened is we heard someone whistle, like a man whistle. And then just after that, she started laughing, but like weird laugh. Yeah. And then the next moment, she just collapsed and she started sobbing nonstop. And I think even on the ride home, she was passed out. And it took a week for her to recover because she kept having these recurring nightmares of a woman and a man. Like, I think the woman was attacked in the basement.
And if you remember afterwards, and this was what caught me as well, afterwards, I mean, this is way, I think almost years, if we can put it like that, we actually found out that there was a rape that happened underneath that stage.
Yeah.
So that was just that.
And I mean,
make everything real.
With the recall, it was Italian prisoners of war that bolted. I think bolted, and we actually had a book from John Lincoln, who's the local historian there, and I saw this photo and I showed it to her, and she said, like, that looks exactly like the man. Next one from Vernon Waits. How many of you have been injured by the paranormal? Myself,
Yanni.
not, but Yanni definitely, because Yanni is not a medium or anything. Big guy, giant, but heart of a teddy bear. But he's very sensitive, and he's been legit throughout. He often gets
scratched.
The worst of it.
Yeah, he gets scratched a lot.
Yeah.
And they go after him. They go after him sometimes.
They do. But yeah, he's definitely.
But personally, you guys, Sean, let's start with you. What has happened to you?
It was just that one time at band camp. No, I'm just kidding. Our really concentration camp. It was basically like a cold hand on my lower back, and after that.
What happened at band camp?
After that, it feels like you're very drunk on alcohol and you cannot walk. That was basically it. I actually cannot recall anything else.
I can. Linfield.
Oh yes, Linfield. I had this necklace with a cross on, and then I started like burning up, like red, and it was red all over except where the cross was. It was white where the cross was hanging, the necklace. And I know before that we heard like growling and stuff, so...
I think we actually still have some photos on that. Find out, do your posting.
Yeah, we do have some photos of that.
We posted.
But that was scary, but it wasn't like, I don't know, floored me. That Irene concentration camp feeling, that was the worst, because you didn't have control over anything. It was out of body experience, was very weird. Yeah.
Not you?
I'm trying to think now, but I don't
I don't think you've...
Physically, nothing's really happened to me.
No.
No.
I know you've been scratched by an entity at Breitenbach Theatre during the day.
That was, I think that was where, I'm not sure if we still have that footage, but there was a video taken where you can actually see the scratch mark form on my back, on my neck somewhere, I think. That was weird. But there's a big difference also. I think people need to remember this as well. Physical things happening and emotional things happening. The emotional things, emotional scarring or damage, if I can put it like that, that's bad because that sits with you for a while. Whereas my first experience ever was being shoved downstairs. Remember Melrose?
And that was your very first investigation.
Yeah. But that's nothing in comparison to suffering some sort of emotional, where Makari House, that's why I also said where something happened to me in Cullinan, and I was completely freaked. I mean, I couldn't go back into that house.
It's actually such a placid house, like it's, but it is weird because we also had some personal stuff happening.
I remember specifically with Makari House, standing next to the main bedroom bed, someone kept pinching my legs like a child underneath the bed.
I didn't know that.
Like pinching my legs like that.
And I know at the fireplace there's these two chairs, and I know we sat on it, and it actually felt like it's starting to vibrate, and it's starting to levitate.
Yeah, you're like moving.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Okay, wacht nou bietjie.
But that was years ago.
Yeah, but Makari House, that happened next to the bed, main bedroom.
Yes.
Look at our top 10 footage of the Makari House shadow entity. I was standing right next to the bed when I saw that entity looking into the hallway. That's where I actually panned the camera and I recorded on tape.
Right.
So it's ironic that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
Same spot.
Yeah, that's fascinating.
That's interesting.
We never spoke about
but
that.
I do believe that it did have a tragic death because allegedly, I think it's a 9-year-old boy, a car ran over his head, which is terrible, and he died. So it's perhaps something to do with that.
So
next one from Lindy Swanepoel. What is the first thing you pack when you're gearing up and heading to the paranormal place? Now, I think you guys will have to answer this.
Clean underpants.
No.
For me, it's making sure that the battery is charged. I've got my flashlight and the camera and enough memory cards.
We've made that mistake before.
Enough memory cards. That's the first thing that I pack.
And you? Snacks. Loads and loads of, and I mean it's the stupidest thing because we drink so much water and we smoke a lot.
Yeah, I smoke so much.
We are, I don't know, chain smokers, but that's just to go. Oh, but that was years ago. But and the thing is then like I mean this one scary time, me and Arno was sharing a water bottle, and as we got home, like Arno, before this whole COVID thing, way before, and then Arno got home and he's sending me pictures of this weird shit going on in his body, like a rash, and then we're thinking, okay, maybe it's paranormal, but it turns out that he actually got like German measles. And I mean, we're sharing this water bottle and stuff. So yeah, pack your own snacks. But gear, Arno, what type of gear do you?
Just FYI, if you're going to look at this conversation from an external perspective, that's going to sound disgusting. Sharing water bottle, stuff in my body. This is a family show. I think, why don't you got it there? Batteries, power banks, batteries, power banks, checking all the cables, checking all the power supplies, making sure. We rather have too much on site than too little.
Because we often get that our batteries drain for no apparent reason. But what type of gear, Arno, do you normally pack?
I pack, I think this is normal stuff, flashlights, and then we have got our video gear. I mean, we use the DJI gear as well to stabilize the videos, different videos, cameras that we take, audio recorders, the Xbox Connect that we use.
Everything.
Everything we can, yeah.
Okay.
If it fits, we pack it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then another one from Johan. Is it true that running water source amplifies paranormal activity? I would say yes, because running water is a natural conduit, the same as a haunted house that is built upon limestone. It would actually just feel it, you know. Your input?
It's for me. It's everything's about a case study. Let's forget about the mainstream. Hey Google, oh damn it, there, Mark. No, stop. Sorry.
It looks like you don't have any alarms.
I'm not saying that again.
Not
but
yet,
if you type it into your browser, the exact same question, obviously they'll tell you yes it does. But if we look at personal experiences, we did that one castle,
Moors Castle.
And if we take that into consideration, we take the places where running water was present, the activity was always higher with running water than without.
Yeah. And I mean,
so purely taking it from our perspective, from our experience, I would say yes, it does.
Yeah. Also, that house in Bedford View.
Yes.
Also, same thing with the running water. There was
yes. Evidence again. Go check out the link. That's where we got the thermal handprint.
Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, and the next question is from our very dear friend Runal and Jaapie Ludek. Congratulations to the best team. My entire household loves the work you do and keeps up with all of your investigations.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Jaapie is like family. I just want to put it out there. They like
it's family now.
Way up.
Family.
So she's actually got so many questions. The first one is, what would be your personal top 5 must-see places for someone looking for a paranormal adventure? Number 1, Runal, you do know the answer.
What a good question. Okay.
I think we are still allowed to say it, but yeah.
The Haunted Lunatic Asylum, number 1.
Yep.
But other than that, there's actually so many places, and each of these different places, it's like a...
Yeah,
I don't know.
Give us 5. Give us 5 that's left an impression.
On myself.
On you, yeah.
Breitenbach, like it feels like someone is just running on you like this behind you. I don't know. I do not want to be there alone in the dark, especially in the basement. The old Raadsaal. I don't know. Weird stuff happened there. Definitely had interactions with negative entities. And then the abandoned mining hospital in Mpumalanga also. I mean, that EVP that we captured in the theatre, it was...
in the day.
In the day.
Do you like playing games with us?
Something dark in that.
Something very, very dark. Yes. Yes. Other than that, must-see places. Geez, like we've actually been to so many places I can't even name 5. Terrible. Please, Arnold, help me here.
Sprinkle?
Help me. Sprinkle.
Yeah.
Yes. Sprinkle. Unfortunately, it's been turned into a retirement estate. But that place was active.
Yeah.
Hectically.
I'm going to try to rank it from 5 to 1. No, I won't be able to do that. Okay, best place ever. Haunted Asylum. Done, dusted. Best place ever. Second best place, I would say, would definitely Sprinkle. That was an experience and a half. Then the old Raadsaal in Pretoria. That is one place, even till today, where I won't go in alone. No. Heidelberg Old Jail. That door flying open. Oh my soul, that was awesome. Definitely number 4. And I think the last one for me, purely based on what we got there, the amount of feedback we got was Merce Castle. The quality evidence that we got back, that was unreal.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's so many places. I don't feel these things.
Ja, nee, Arne hy's maar gesoute investigator.
Ek hardloop net in.
Yes, exactly.
He goes to gathers the evidence.
No, he just goes after the evidence. For me, I get goosebumps in this right here on my head, just in that spot there. I feel like I get goosebumps, and I know something's.
Yeah, but
Something's
it's
up.
basically your common
And this-
paranormal disturbances. I
This
think
happens to us when we walk into people's homes and
Yeah.
visit family. We go like,
I think we're so
Just
you
look
know
at each
in
other.
tune with the energy already of a yeah. Do you feel?
One thing that I have to mention, and Yanni, I'm sorry, I'm going to go there. Yanni is our local or our resident sensitive. I mean, if Yanni walks into a place and he tells you, listen, my maag is nie lekker, my stomach's upset, then you know something's dead, something's going to go down. Every single time, case study by case study by case study. If Yanni tells you, listen, my stomach's not right, then you know, that's it, you're going to catch something.
Yeah. No, you just know. And then the last question from Renal is, if someone feels they have a paranormal disturbance in their home, what is your advice to them? I've dealt with a lot of people, and I think the biggest one, I know it sounds very, very difficult and very stupid, is do not panic, do not give in to this negative fear. Because that is ultimately, if it is a negative entity, what they want, then they need to feed off that energy. Other than that, if you really cannot seem to cope with it, do get in your local paranormal investigators. I know even this past few months, we've had so many groups pop up, and they're all doing amazing jobs. Dead Mzansi, Para-X Inc., the Upside Down. But there are also a lot of mediums out there who are willing to assist.
Yeah.
And if it is a haunted clown, just run.
Don't
Get
mess
out of
around
there.
with clowns.
Yeah.
But I think in the most part, I think just ignore it. I think that's probably the best advice that I can give someone, is just ignore it.
Yeah, it depends how physical, how threatened they are at the end of the day. I do know you get some
true,
hectic
but
stuff out of there, but
Don't acknowledge.
a lot of people want to acknowledge it, and the first thing they do is they grab their camera and they want to film these orbs, and you're already engaging, you just don't know it yet. So you're opening that doorway, and at the end of the day, you do not know what you are communicating with.
If you start to see them, they're going to start to see you. The more you feed that, the more they're going to feed back on you, and the more they're going to haunt. And it's strange. I mean, Wynand, you're saying now as well, just ignore it. That's what I normally do as well. You in the beginning, rather, let me say it like that, I ignored it as well. But these days, I get ticked off. I get pissed off.
Yeah, because we are tired parents.
And I think for me, what works for me is I get angry, and I'm not like a crazy guy running around in my house chasing, talking out loud, but I'll just get that mental stance of get the hell out. You're not welcome here. And so far, that's what's worked for me.
Yeah.
I've had that before as well. Okay, so
Guys, feel free to message us if something happens. If ever you're in a situation where you don't know what to do, just contact someone. Don't just try to do it yourself.
Okay, so next thing, we'll be announcing the winners of joining us on a trip of going to the Kempton Park Hospital. So there's been some complications regarding the investigation because of the lockdown, but we are working on that. We will definitely give you guys some feedback. If that doesn't pan out, we will take you to one of the other venues we've got lined up for the rest of the year. All right, so who are our winners?
So our winners who will be joining us on our next investigation, and this is actually a surprise for you guys because initially we only chose 2, but because you guys are so awesome, we are choosing 4 guys. So it is Nadia Senekal Vreugdenburg. I know you are like number 1 on our list.
You've been there. She's been a subscriber like from the very beginning of our YouTube channel. So Nadia, it's going to be great to meet you.
Next one, Henny van Niekerk. And then Andrew Phillips, and last Ricardo Rodriguez. It's going to be awesome to meet you guys.
Well done, guys.
Please do contact us, and we are going to make arrangements with you.
Yeah, to see. All right, so guys, if you like this video, if you like this kind of format, we've never done this kind of thing before. You know, just sitting around, just shooting a breeze, talking about all the kind of things paranormal. Just drop us a like or a comment. Tell us if you want to see more of this kind of thing, or it was really stupid, so don't ever do it again. We are a little restricted at the moment because of the lockdown, but we are working hard behind the scenes to get
we are
our venues lined up for when we are able to travel again and go to the different provinces and just get to all the...
We've already got the okay, we just need to actually go. Get up and go.
We need to go.
Yeah, we just need to get out of the lockdown.
Yes. All right. But guys, thank you very much also to our Facebook followers and Facebook.
Oh, friends.
Everybody likes our friends, our family on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
9,500 people.
Yeah.
Following us on Facebook. Thank you very much, guys.
Yes.
To every single one of you, thank you.
Yes.
This goosebump shit,
Get to everyone. We don't always get to reply to everyone's messages and notifications and all of that, but you guys are awesome. This is absolutely awesome meeting you guys or talking to you guys and giving you guys content that you want to see.
Yeah.
No, it's become a community on its own. It's become a fantastic.
We've created our own following.
Yes, a following of like-minded people.
We just it's like-minded people,
and we
just want to show you what we are doing.
What we're finding.
Yeah.
So that's.
Fernand, there's actually 2 things before we actually do now a big greet or whatever. There's 2 things that's big for me. Is one that you mentioned now, the community. I mean, unfortunately or fortunately, I'm not sure which one are they yet, but we live in South Africa where the whole paranormal industry or community, if I can put it like that, is still under scrutinization. I mean, al die tannies
al die oudtydse tannies. Ja.
It's not a lot of people
al die koekerige mense. Ja.
But what we do is what we do, and it's natural to us. So we need to stick together. I mean, I would love personally to meet all the other groups out there.
What was that?
No idea. Gert, bly stil. And just meeting the other groups out there as well. I mean, so this is from my side a shout out to all the other paranormal groups from Gauteng right through to Cape Town, to every single one out there. We're a community. We need to stick to each other like glue and try to help each other out. And then the second one I want to talk about actually is this is a question that I've seen a lot, and one that you don't actually have in front of you, Sean. How do I become a paranormal investigator? How do people, guys, I want to join you guys on a ghost hunt or a paranormal investigation. What do I do? That type of thing.
We should do a video on that. We should do a video on that. That's gonna be a very interesting.
Yeah.
Ooh, we can name this Couch Talk 101.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ghost talk.
Ghost talk. But yeah, if there's someone out there that wants to join the group or wants to go outing, I know a lot of people send through messages and asks whether we need someone else on the team and all of that. Please just continue doing that. As soon as we're looking for people, we're actually going to contact you guys and to join our little family.
All right, guys, it's been awesome. It's been awesome chatting to you guys. Arlie, thank you very much. Charmaine,
thank you.
Pleasure as always. Guys, please like and subscribe. Show this to your friends. Spread the word. The paranormal community needs you. It's all up to you guys. Spread the word about the paranormal. There are other people out there who do have experiences. They're not alone. Come make them part of the family.
Definitely. Thanks, guys.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Bye.
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 Bye.